going home with the varsity team for the West Texas Falcons.
At Grind Sports Apparel, we power every level of the game, youth and adult. Custom uniforms, championship rings, medals, duffel bags, tracksuits, hoodies, trading cards, and full team gear drops. All with elite quality, fast turnaround, and designs that hit every time. Proudly veteran-owned and USA-based, Grind is where performance meets pride. Whatever your team needs, just grind.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to 2025 Pinnacle National Championships bracket or pool play release party, man. This is Ace Carney, National Tournament Director. Appreciate everybody coming on tonight to check out what we got going on in Corpus Christi, Texas. Big weekend coming up, man. We got a lot of teams from all over the country, Kansas City, Las Vegas. We got teams from Houston. We got teams from Dallas. We got teams from San Antonio, Terrell, everywhere, y'all. And we are so excited. Let me start out by saying we want to say thank you to all the teams, the players, the coaches, the parents, the team moms. Everybody's involved with getting their teams prepared to come and play in the Pinnacle National Championship. And just to give you an overview of what the Pinnacle National Championship is, it is what I call the best national rec championship in the country. And why do I say that? 25 years in the business, Pinnacle's been around 10 years, and we've grown and we've expanded. We've made tweaks here and there to make sure that we give the best tournament we can. Now, are we perfect? No, not at all. But at the end of the day, we do our best by you. So we want to get into it tonight. We have a lot of things to talk about. Shout out to our Grind Sports Apparel. You guys get a chance, go out there to justgrind.org. Check it out. If you need some uniforms, if you need anything, just go out there and check it out because it's basketball season, football season, anything you can think of that you need, just go to justgrind.org. They got you. We got player cards, got everything that you can think of, okay? I know, and I will say this as a tournament director, if anybody out there has ever ran a tournament, if anybody out there has ever done anything on this particular level, you know it's very difficult to put together something with as many multifaceted people there are. Great people from across the country, but they got one thing on their mind, and that's winning the national championship. So, you know, we had to, and a lot of people asking for the schedule. The schedule's done. Actually, the schedule's done almost 2 days ago, but our mindset is that we want to tweak it. We want to tweak it. We want to tweak it, make sure it's right. So everybody has a level playing field when it comes to our tournament. And let's talk about the national championship, Pinnacle National Championship. Ours is a lot different than everyone else's. And I applaud those who do this. But I was a little bit different. Here's why. We're not a one and done tournament. Our mindset is that we have the Pinnacle playoff system, playoff series, which involves pool play. And you come in and you improve to us, whether or not you're the number 1 seed or your number 8 seed. Okay. So, I know some tournaments you go to, you're one and done consolation. We don't have that. We have pool play, guaranteed 2 games. Okay. And then we reseed and rebracket. All right. And what that does is, ladies and gentlemen, is give all the teams an opportunity to come in and compete. Okay. We got a lot of teams that came in undefeated. Oh man, I'm the number 1 team in my city, but are you the number 1 team in the country? You're going to have to prove it here at the PNC. So with that being said, that is our format. Also, shout out to our cheerleaders that are here in town. We have a cheer competition this year, number 3. That's expanding. That's growing. We want to partner up with any cheer programs in the country. It's totally rec. We also try to add an all-star and a half year to it. But as we grow, we want you to grow with us. So if you didn't make it this year to the football side or the cheer side, that's okay. It's always going to be next year, 2026. And we have preseason tournaments that are coming out. We have spring nationals that's coming out for you to qualify and different things like that. We have, like I said, we have the first round of the pool play that we want to discuss. We want to have you understand how it works and then go from there. The other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, the facilities that we have. Beautiful, immaculate facilities, turf fields, stadium seating, digital scoreboards, we got DJ, we got the announcers, we got everything here at the Pinnacle that makes it a national championship, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with the first round. Everybody should have received a text message. I was up this morning at 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. making sure the schedule was right. And then most of you should have received, if not all, should have received a text message with the first round opponent and the time. So, without further ado, hey, those that are out there that want to bring me a little token of your appreciation, that's great. Because, you guys, for the lack of a better word, would drive me to drinking. I'm telling you, it was, you have to know what you're doing. And it's kind of like if you have, 50 kids, everybody's got their own personality, got their wants and needs, but we did the best that we can on the schedule, and I'm happy with it. Everybody's happy with it, and we're ready to go. So let's talk about the first round. Let's go to that 6U division. 6U 11-man flag on Friday, man. We're kicking it off on Friday morning, 9 a.m. We have Unity Select versus Showtime Boys. Unity Select versus Showtime Boys. And if I remember correctly, Showtime Boys went to TPR, Texas Power Rankings, and they had a show. They did their thing. So shout out to the Showtime Boys for taking up the mantra and said, hey, we're going to accept the Pinnacle National Championship invite, because that's what we do. According to our relationship with TPR, we say, hey, if you win TPR, we give you an invite. Come to the Pinnacle National Championship. So thank you to Showtime Boys. But Unity Select flag, man, I have heard nothing but, I'm hearing these guys, it's probably the best 6U 11-man flag in the country. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, but they're going to have to prove it because Showtime Boys are coming. So that's that 6U 11-man flag, 9 a.m. on Eastfield. Okay. Next up, we have 8 teams at 12U this year. So the thing was, and I know traditionally 12U plays in the evening time, but we mix it up a little bit. And because we have 8 teams and because everybody has to play on the first day, we gave them a little early game. Okay. So your second game of the day, second game of the day at 9 a.m. is going to be the Tyler Red Raiders versus the Las Vegas 49ers. Tyler Red Raiders versus Las Vegas 49ers. Now, if you remember last year, Las Vegas 49ers at 11, you won the whole thing impressively, okay? And I know Coach Gino got his boys ready. I know he's probably got about 20, 35 loaded up, headed down to Corpus Christi, I'm sure he's ready to rock and roll, but they're coming to defend their title. The question is, Coach Gino and the Las Vegas 49ers, are you able to do a back-to-back? Are you able to come in and repeat for the national championship? Hey, only time will tell. Only time will tell, and they will have the opportunity to do that. So they'll be playing Tyler Red Raiders, 9 a.m. on the West Field. And the beautiful part about our facility that we have, the East and West fields are right next to each other, literally. You walk in, West is on the right, East is on the left, about 10 yards apart. So it's a beautiful situation. All right. Now, 10 a.m. games. Okay. Once again, Las Vegas 49ers, the BBU, coming all the way from Las Vegas, baby, to take on the Kaufman County Cowboys. Now, this is at 8U. I'm sorry, 9U. Okay. I'm going to tell you like this. These two are probably the hardest hitting teams I've seen in a long time. BBU, okay, Bang Bang University. I watched some film on these guys. They're dominating everything that comes up against them. I believe they won their league. They won all the tournaments. They said they want competition. Well, guess what? You got competition. You got the Kaufman County Cowboys, who were the 8U Pinnacle National Champions last year. So fresh out the gate, BBU, which is Las Vegas 49ers versus Kaufman County Cowboys, that's going to be a banger. 10 a.m. on the East Field. Looking forward to seeing that game. I'm going to have my popcorn ready to see who comes out on top of that. And remember, these first two games are pool play. Once again, it's not a one and done. Pool play is only for seeding in the actual playoff bracket because we have a playoff series, which is pool play. Then you have your championship bracket. Once they get into the bracket, it's single elimination. So you have an opportunity. If you get blown out or you didn't play your best game, you still got another game, okay, before you get in your bracket. Everybody plays on Sunday. So there's no, going home, you lost on Friday, you lost on Saturday, consolation game. No, you're going to play on Sunday, okay? All right, so the next game at 10 a.m., and I like this team, man. I really do, but I like both teams. You got the Royals, Pressure Boys. The Royals, Pressure Boys, 9U versus Kansas City Dynasty, Grim Gang. Grim Gang. So Kansas City, Missouri in the building. They're coming all the way to play against the Royals right here out of Texas, Pressure Boys. Both teams are phenomenal teams. Once again, another banger. That's going to be at 10:30 a.m. on the West Field. Okay? Then after that, you got the RYA Royals, same program, the Goon Squad. The Goon Squad going to be playing none other than the Mesquite Vikings 8U team. Mesquite Vikings. And the Mesquite Vikings are coming in, and they're coming in hot. They're ready to play some ball. So look forward to seeing Mesquite Vikings play that team. All right. Next up, we got in our 12U division, we have the DC Soldiers versus Somerset Little Bulldogs. That's going to be a good game. I can't wait to see that. Somerset is a little small town, but they got a lot of spunk. They got a lot of spirit. They got a lot of good football. So they're ready to play some football, and they're going to be lining up against, once again, the DC Soldiers. DC Soldiers, Dallas County is out of Dallas. Looking forward to seeing that game. After that, you got Mount Pleasant Tigers. Mount Pleasant Tigers. Mount Pleasant Tigers. It's going to be playing the Mesquite Vikings. The Mesquite Vikings. That's going to be a good game. Mount Pleasant Tigers had a great season this year. They're looking to come in and win their first national championship, but hold up, my friends. They got to play the Mesquite Vikings. So they got to be ready to play some ball when they come and play on Friday. After that, we got the D-Town Steelers versus KC Dynasty at 12U, okay? at 12U. Looking forward to seeing that game. There's been a lot said about KC Dynasty. KC Dynasty's been around a while. They've come. They've played in a lot of tournaments. I believe that 13U was down at AYF, and I believe they had a pretty good time down there. So we're looking forward to seeing them play some ball. All right. So our next game, y'all, which like I said, I'm gonna be walking food. Next game, Southwest Junior Marlins versus the Garland Bulldogs. Ready to go. That game's at 3 p.m. It's on the West Field. Looking forward to seeing that game. At 10U, you have Dynasty Bully Gang. Again, another good team playing none other than the NTX Cowboys. Looking to see that game. John Carroll's bringing his 10U in. We're going to see what John can do. I know John's a hell of a coach, but, he's going to have to bring it because, once again, KC Dynasty Bully Gang is a great, great team. But, hey, John Carroll's team is not a slouch, okay? 4:30 game, you have 4:30 game, you have another 8U game. That's going to be KC Dynasty versus Garland Bulldogs. I heard the 8U for KC Dynasty is pretty good. And Garland is coming off a pretty good season as well. So we'll see how they do. And I'm glad that we got some representation from Garland. And then the final game of the day is going to be the NSE Raptors versus the MTX Bandits at 10U. That's a 5:30 game, East Field. The Raptors all the way from Houston coming in to play MTX Bandits out of Dallas. So that is the first round that we have in reference to Pinnacle National Championship. I'm going to go into the second round so you can kind of see a little bit of what we're looking at, okay? Kind of see a little bit of what we're looking at. Saturday, December 13th, we are going into the second round or the second games of the pool play situation, like we discussed before. But before we do that, let's go to a quick commercial. Let's check out Grind Sports Apparel.
At Grind Sports Apparel, we power every level of the game, youth and adult. Custom uniforms, championship rings, medals, duffel bags, track suits, hoodies, trading cards, and full team gear drops. All with elite quality, fast turnaround, and designs that hit every time. Proudly veteran owned and USA based, Grind is where performance meets pride. Whatever your team needs, just grind.
All right, we're back. Hey, once again, check out Grind Sports Apparel. They're one of our sponsors. So if you want to get like uniforms, rings, belts, anything you can think of that's going to make your team better, just go to justgrind.org and check them out. All right, let's talk about day number 2, Saturday, December 13th. First up on the menu at 10 a.m., we have D-Town Steelers Flag versus Unity Select. That should be a good game. D-Town Steelers has a good 6U. Once again, those guys, Unity Select in the building. After that, we have a 10 a.m. game against at the 12U division, Southwest Junior Marlins versus the Tyler Red Raiders. The Red Raiders, like I said, had a great year, but Southwest Junior Marlins ain't a slouch. So we're looking forward to seeing them. That is your on the first game that we mentioned, which is D-Town Steelers and Unity Select, is going to be on East Field. Southwest Junior Marlins and Tyler Red Raiders will be on the South Field. And then the next game we have is another flag game, 6U 11-man flag, which is RGV Stars versus the Showtime Boys on the West Field. Now, RGV Stars are specifically getting into this tournament because they want to see Unity Select. But they got to get through Showtime first. They specifically said, hey, we want to get our lick back against Unity Select. So I'm looking forward to seeing that game between them and Showtime. before they get to Unity Select. All right, so those games are at 10 a.m. Garland Bulldogs versus the Mesquite Vikings. That's 8U at 11 a.m. on East Field. Then you have Kansas City Dynasty versus RYA Royals Goon Squad. That's 11 a.m. on the West Field. Then on the South Field at 11:30, you have Somerset Bulldogs versus the D-Town Steelers. That's a 12U game. At 12:30 on the East Field, Kaufman County Cowboys versus Dynasty Grim Game. That's a 9U game, 12:30 on East Field. At the 6U 11-man division, we got the game of the day. The game of the day. RGV Stars versus Unity Select, 1 p.m. on the South Field. 1 p.m. on the South Field. So that's going to be a banger. Go ahead and put a check next to that, highlight it, tattoo it on your forehead. Make sure you tune in and watch RGV Stars versus Unity Select, 6U 11-man flag. That's going to be a barn burner. Then at 2 p.m. on East Field, Dynasty Bully Game. Dynasty Bully Game versus the Mesquite Vikings. That's going to be a 10U game. That's going to be a good one. On the South Field at 2 p.m., you have D-Town Steelers flag versus the Showtime Boys. So you got 2 6U 11-man flag games on Saturday. At 2 p.m., you have NSE Raptors versus Mount Pleasant Tigers. That's a 10U game at 2 p.m. And then you have another game at 10U, which is going to be NTX Cowboys at MTX Bandits at 3:30 p.m. on East Field. And then last but not least, you have the Las Vegas 49ers at the Kansas City Dynasty team at 12U. Let me say this, y'all. These schedules are subject to change. They don't change much. That's why, as a tournament director, I try to make sure we tweak it as much as we can and make sure everybody has everything that they need and that the times are clear and everybody has what they, has what they need in order to be successful. I had to think about that for a minute because we're providing a lot. One other thing we're going to have here, we're going to definitely have the DJ here. We're definitely going to have certain things as far as celebration. We're not going to reveal those things, but, there is a celebration station that when a kid scores a touchdown, makes a good play, celebration station will be out there for them. And the referees already know, hey, let them have celebration as long as it's not, used against the other team or another kid, we're good to go. Let's talk about the referees for a second. But before we do that, let's take a look at last year's cheer competition. We'll be right back.
It's going home with the varsity team for the West Texas Falcons.
All right, we're back. As you saw last year, that cheer competition was fierce. And I know there are some cheer coaches and cheerleaders and fans that are waiting on that cheer schedule. It's coming. Trust me, it's coming. Judges are actually working on all the paperwork and making sure that the schedule is what it needs to be in order for you ladies to be ready to go. And that cheer competition is going to be December 14th 1314 at WB Ray High School. So if you didn't get a chance to get in this year, that's fine. Just be on the lookout for it next year. And also, Pinnacle Nationals, Cheer Nationals are also going to be having a cheer competition circuit. So if you got a cheer squad that wants to get in our rec cheer circuit, be on the lookout for that. We're looking forward to doing that. Just reach out to us, okay? All you got to do is go to thepinnaclenationals.com and send us a message, or you can go to turnings at psgllc.com, .org, and send us a message. There are different ways to contact us. 470-213-8405 if you want to send us a text. So let's talk about the referees for a second. We've been seeing a lot on social media. We've been seeing a lot in reference to our referees, that are really scarce. And the reason is because there's a lot of activity that goes on during the game with coaches, being a little too much, physical altercations, things of that nature. The beautiful part of Pinnacle National Championship is there's zero tolerance at our programs or in our tournaments. So we do not endorse nor do we accept the abuse of staff or referees or anything like that. And with that being said, because that's known about our product and known about our brand and what we do, we have TASO referees. These are high school referees. Some of them are college referees who will be reffing these games. Okay. And the other beautiful thing is that none of them have any affiliation with any of the teams that are here at our national championship. So, we've been hearing a lot of that. Somebody, cousin, brother, sister, husband is a ref, and his son play on. We're very careful in how we do that because at the end of the day, in some situations, a referee can make or break a game. But here's the deal, and I was a referee for 5 years. We are human. They're gonna make mistakes. I implore you as a head coach, which is the only person who should be talking to the white hat. We implore you to make sure that you guys, be decent and be respectful of not only referees but all the staff that's working. The police will be heavy. We'll have concessions and things of that nature. Aramark is going to do the concessions. I believe there's going to be a little bit more variety this year because I had a conversation with them, expressing to them, hey, need to make sure that the food that you have is something that they want to eat and things of that nature. Got one more final topic that we want to talk about, but before that, let's take a look at last year's football summary from the Pinnacle National Championship. All right, as you can see, you saw those highlights from last year. There was a lot of action, man. We had a great time. As you can see, the fields are immaculate. Great place to be. Corpus Christi, Texas, Pinnacle National Championship. Final topic of the night. Final topic of the night. Listen, we want to talk to you guys a little bit about the future, actually, of Pinnacle National Championships. All right, we've actually collabed with a lot of people. Shout out to TPR, Texas Power Rankings. We're collabing now with Grind Sports Apparel. We're also collabing with Military Appreciation Bowl. Now, Military Appreciation Bowl is December 17th through the 21st in Frisco, Texas. What we're trying to do is, as we finish the Pinnacle National Championship, is invite some of the best all-star players to the event. We still have a few slots open. If you got kids that want to play, all you got to do is text us at 470-213-8405. But the age group for that is going to be 7 through 11. So it's 8U, 10U, and then 11U team. So if you got some kids that want to be a part of that, Military Appreciation Bowl, Frisco, Texas, basically it is the largest youth national all-star championship in the country. So it's a wonderful situation. It gives your child an opportunity to run a combine and be scored and ranked. It's an actual youth championship tournament. And then the winners of the Military Appreciation Bowl, the championship game, for the Military Appreciation Bowl gets to play at the Star. So y'all know about Jerry's World, reference to Star, but it's a great opportunity. It's a different segment to it. You have youth, you have middle school, you have high school, which the kids also get a free ticket to watch the All-American game. Last year, we had several NFL players. Emmitt Smith is actually one of the head coaches for the All-American high school team, and it was a great time. So I'm heavily involved in that. So if that's something you're interested, you want your kids to get involved in, it's definitely an opportunity for them to get on a national platform and get seen. And the thing is that I look at kids, and we're gonna sum it up tonight because I know I've been on here kind of long. Kids are like a 401k. And I'm saying this to parents, I'm saying this to coaches, I'm saying this to anybody that has a child or who deals with children. Children are just like 401ks or like a bank account. What you put in is what you're going to get out. Those that are coming to the Pinnacle National Championship, as you know, me being a former executive with Sports Illustrated, working for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, being a Zenith partner, Gatorade partner, I've been in a lot of rooms. And, when I have conversations with coaches across the country, youth organizations across the country, parents across the country, the underlying question has always been exposure. Is it going to get me the exposure? Is it going to get me to a place where my child is seen? Yes. If you're on the right platform like Pinnacle National Championship or the Military Appreciation Bowl, and there's some others out there, you're going to be able to get your child that exposure. But you have to make sure that you're willing to invest in your child, or you're willing to invest in someone else's child. I've been coaching since 97. Okay, this year I had a 5U team. I don't have a 5U. I don't have any kids. My kids are grown and gone. But my mindset is that I want to invest in the future. And the beautiful part about, and that's why I give a shout out to the coaches and the team moms that are doing this, they don't get paid for it. And we at Pinnacle National Championships, we understand that. That's why we model our national championships just for folks that understand, it's rec ball. I'm coaching what I got. I'm empowering. I'm instilling values and principles in kids that are the future. People like that are coming off the sidelines and helping raise a community, helping raise a village, and it's very important that we continue to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and push the publish button in Zorts. So you guys should get an alert. If you want to see the games, go to Zorts Sports. Shout out to them and our partnership with Zorts. I want to say this, coaches and players and parents, make sure that your Zorts is done in the system. Make sure your Zorts is done because we got certification. And when you come to certification, it's the facial recognition. So we're going to use the scanner. It's going to scan. Zort's card should pop up. It's going to say whether or not you're eligible or ineligible. You're going to click the check button if you're good. But if not, you're going to have to make sure before any child plays in our game, they have to be certified. So we look forward to seeing everybody. Once again, thanks to everybody who's participating in the 2025 Pinnacle National Championship. I want to say you are appreciated. We do not take anything lightly about the sacrifices that you've made throughout the year, and the sacrifice even come to the Pinnacle. That's why we do what we do. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody. Once again, we start on Friday morning, 9 a.m. Make sure you check it out. And we're going to be sending out some more information on some actual viral footage and things of that nature. Make sure you check us out on Pinnacle Nationals on IG. Check us out on Pinnacle Nationals on YouTube. You can check me out on my personal page to watch some of the things, because we're going to make sure that you update it. You'll be able to see the scores, and you'll be able to root for your favorite team. Looking forward to seeing you guys. But before we go, I want to give a shout out to my production crew who came out and did this. National Youth Sports Network. That is something else that's coming out. You're looking for it. That is the official media and streaming company for the Pinnacle National Championship. So be looking out for National Youth Sports Network. Once again, National Youth Sports Network in 2026. We appreciate you, and we're out.
At Grind Sports Apparel, we power every level of the game, youth and adult. Custom uniforms, championship rings, medals, duffel bags, track suits, hoodies, trading cards, and full team gear drops. All with elite quality, fast turnaround, and designs that hit every time. Proudly veteran-owned and USA-based, Grind is where performance meets pride. Whatever your team needs, just grind.